nation have responsibility to, in times of war, to obey, basically what it says that the Constitution, at times of war, doesn't really apply fully. So the citizens have
I'm giving you a lot of slack. 4.
Citizens have
Somebody jump in and help me. 3, 2,
say it. You can stop.
1. Anybody can say it. -5.
Anybody can
thought you were talking.
Who's got it next? Go ahead, Anish. Korematsu.
Fred Korematsu, he was Japanese.
Fred Korematsu. Yes, the rich people can get something right.
They
Go.
were challenging FDR's executive order that did intern them.
FDR issued an executive order. Thank you very much. This is something that did not go through Congress. He issued an executive order relocating all Japanese Americans into internment camps. He did this in the interest of protecting the country from a potential Japanese invasion. Here's my question. Were all of these people guilty?
No.
Explain.
There was no trials.
There were no trials, so in fact we didn't know a whole lot. They just rounded people up. Tell me more.
Many of the Japanese people voluntarily entered the camps.
What was the story with Fred?
Let's see. Fred, he was a factory worker. He didn't voluntarily go, and he decided to work in a factory for.
There's something more about Fred Korematsu. 4. Anybody in the group? What's that, Josh? He attempted to serve in the military. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in fact, why was he not allowed?
Because he's Japanese.
-5. Oh, go Andrew. You guys have it. Why was he not allowed? He had a heart condition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's your chance to make up some points. So Fred
I
Korematsu.
got another answer.
Okay.
They paid all the Japanese people $20,000.
We'll come back. We'll come back to that in just a second. But let me finish with Korematsu. Why did he sue? Fred Korematsu was not allowed to serve in the military because of a heart condition. Why did he sue? Go ahead, Andrew. You got it.
Because he tried to show his patriotism, but the country treated him as though he was a traitor.
He basically made the argument that, you know what, I wasn't declined service because I was not trustworthy. I was declined because of a medical condition. Why, in fact, are you looking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to lock me up? What did the court say when it got to the court?
They said that the military had the right to do what was necessary during times of war.
Yeah, anything else? Anybody in the group?
I
5.
said it already.
4, I know, and I still don't like it. 3, 2, 1. The court said, in fact, that they said anytime a classification is made primarily based upon race, they said it is immediately constitutionally suspect. But to kind of build a little bit more specifically on what you both said, they said in this time of war, citizens have rights and responsibilities, which is what you said. They said, though, the men's obligation or responsibility was to fight. The women's were to work in the factory, and then, in fact, in this instance, the Japanese Americans were to go into the internment camps for the good of the country and for the good, actually, of themselves. This is considered maybe the second worst case in American history after slavery. And then, to your point, Nnamdi, ultimately in the 1980s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they did actually give reparation or about $20,000 for the wrong, and there was an American government apology. Be real specific with Korematsu, and you can make points like about the Italians and the Germans not getting locked up. Some people thought that was racist because they only locked up the Japanese. Firsthand, I see. Why could you argue? Yes?
I believe there was actually German internment camps during World War I.
Okay, but we're in World War II, so I'm not going to take away 5, although I'm really close to it. Understand on this. Firsthand, I see. How could you make an argument that this was not a racist policy? Go ahead, Josh.
Because the Japanese attacked.
Because the Japanese literally attacked Pearl Harbor, the American homeland. The Germans and the Italians did not. Go ahead, pick me a category.
Wait. But there is instance of the Germans communicating with Mexico to
That was World War I.
-5, William's right. It's World War I.
Oh.
Thank you, William. Go ahead, pick me a category. Go, Josh.
Let's go 5, judiciary.
5 for the judiciary. Pictionary. Who's going to draw? Oh, wrong thing. Who's going to draw?
contact between Mexico and
That was the Roman program. That was World War I.
Okay, 1 minute. Starting on the 7. That's what I need you to draw. Got it? 1 minute. Starting on the 7.
Time series.
Got it? It's not focusing. Okay.
Kathy wants first crack at it. What in the name of God? Oh my, it just gets worse.
Oh my God.
30 seconds. 30 seconds. You've got it first. She's got it first. You've got it second.
The wave, something with water.
You can give out as many answers as you want as you figure this out.
Dip, down, courts.
Dip down.
I'm not saying
Your answers
the
can
lower
be
courts
answered,
or something.
10 seconds.
Please.
Yeah.
I swear. Somebody fishing.
2, 1. I need an answer. I need an answer.
Who carries the water? Somebody.
No, what's the answer?
The manhole.
Manhole!
Oh yeah, chick texting that she brother do.
You guys have it. Williams Group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Williams Group, explain the story of the manhole.
Manhole.
There was a girl that was walking on the street.
What's this girl's name? Shh, 5. What's this girl's name? 4.
She was 15.
What's this girl's name?
15 and texting, we don't know.
What's this girl's name? 3. For the other groups, what's this girl's name? I'm giving you a hint. 2, 1. Does anybody know her name?
Something generic.
Go ahead, Josher.
Her name is. Hold up.
5, 4, 3, 2.
We're already at.
Alexa.
Alexa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What happened to poor, sweet 15-year-old Alexa?
Unfortunately,
They were already
when
out.
she was walking, she was texting and she did not notice that there was a manhole in
There
front
was
of her.
no cones
No cones or no nothing, no warning, and she just fell
in the manhole
in the
in the
manhole
sewer,
in the sewer. With
and she got
And
cuts on
the
her
she
back.
got cuts in her back and bruises.
Cuts and bruises. I think we're up to 15 points now. So let me recap this. Alexa is walking and texting. She's not paying attention to her surroundings. She falls down an open manhole. She suffers bruises. She suffers cuts. These kinds of things. She also lost.
Her shoe.
She did lose her shoe. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You said there were no cones. Why is that significant, or is that significant?
The workers left to all get the cones, but they left the manhole open.
They left the manhole basically open and unattended, so she fell in. Go ahead.
Protocol or the rules say they have to leave a cone there at least 2 warnings.
So what's the argument in this?
That they didn't leave no.
The government was at fault
Right.
because
They
they.
didn't have.
What's the argument against
It was a
her?
dangerous situation.
Against her?
Yes.
She should have been paying attention.
She actually should have been paying attention. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you've got the government on the one hand, saying, okay, you know what, you weren't paying attention, you're supposed to watch where you're walking, you should have damn well seen this. Then on the other hand, you've got her saying, but there's no cones, there's nobody monitoring this. You created a dangerous situation. Who won?
She did.
She actually did. She settled and ultimately got damages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that covers it. Pay good attention to those examples. What was this an example of? What kind of law? 5.
Her mother name was Kim.
That's not the type of law.
-1. Go ahead. Common law. This actually is an example of common law. So yes, you're on point as far as that's concerned.
Hey,
Yes.
that's our points. We just added it to them.
No.
Her mother's name is Kim.
You guys said it. You guys said
Has everybody in your group talked?
Oh, no, it's good.
-5. Pick me a category. William, if you'll drop the screen, will you push the down button? No, on the wall. Yeah. Pick me a category. Gotta go.
Legislature for free.
What's that? No, it's you. You guys pick. No, it is you.
We had the last one.
Go ahead.
Legislature for free.
Legislature for free. Separation of power. It's actually Andrew. Yeah. Go ahead.
What? No!
Within its terms, it's the first hand I see.
Well, in the American system, there's 3 different
Listen to this, in the American system. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. We got
You
this.
give the judicial and the legislative,
Okay?
and they all have different powers. They all can check each other's powers for checks and balances. But in other sorts of,
Okay, let me ask you a question. Can you serve as a member?
you can't serve as a member of two different positions at one time.
So you can only be in your own particular branch at the same time?
Yes.
Separation of powers is there's a president or an executive branch, a legislative branch, a judicial branch, and in fact they all have separate powers and they're separate from each other. They have to work together or check each other, as you said. 1, 2, 3. What's fusion?
Fusion is when one government worker has two different roles at once, like a dictator.
Well, like a.
What do you mean like in a parliamentary system?
Commander-in-chief and the president.
Minus 30. I'm overlooking once, Andrew, but not twice. Who's got next? Go, rich people.
Like in a parliamentary system,
What about the parliamentary
where
system?
you have members of the upper house who are that, and they also serve in the courts.
And the courts too. 1, 2. Yeah, that's a good example. Anything else you can tell me?
The prime minister is also technically a member of the lower house.
The prime minister is also actually a member of the lower house.
Cabinet.
What's that?
So is his cabinet.
So is the cabinet.